The Labor Committee, Senator Edith Prague and Zeke Zelaski. Representative Gary Holder Winfield from New Haven. Thank you for being here. We have Representative Bob Godfrey from Danbury. We have Representative Matthew Lesser from Middletown. And we have our former Secretary of State, Susan Beisaway. I would like to introduce our official Masters of Ceremonies. He's bringing you greetings from the city of Hartford, where he represents 500 hardworking people in Hartford. Clark King, AFSCME Local 1716.
Good afternoon. It was so great to not be able to find a parking space. Living here is very, very hard. Not getting a parking space. I had to park a mile away, and I'm getting a little too old to walk. But what further, I did nothing wrong. I dedicated my life to working for public service. I did nothing wrong, and I'm tired of being blamed for it. Looking at TV, looking at those that sit on the opposite side,
close to the mic, Clark,
that call us workers the one that causes all these problems. If that was the only problem that I have in my life, then so be it. I'll take the blame for it. Without further ado, let me introduce my director, my fighter, my friend, Executive Director of Council for Sal Luciano.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Sisters and brothers, today we're all cheeseheads. Make no mistake, from sea to shining sea, there is an all-out war on the middle class. From vital public services and the women and men who provide these services to almost 40% unemployment rate for skilled building tradespeople who are out of work when they should be employed fixing out-of-date infrastructure. To the 99ers who have exhausted all of their benefits and hope, and the millions more unemployed behind them. To college students who either can't borrow to get resources to access the American dream or have become debt slaves to do so. All who labor in this state should be able to raise a family, get health care, and retire with dignity. But the country is moving in the opposite direction. Nowhere is it more obvious and evident than Wisconsin, the birthplace of AFSCME Union. Middle-class taxpayers are rightly frustrated they are paying more and getting less. That's because they're subsidizing tax breaks for the richest in Wisconsin and in Connecticut and across this nation. There is no shared sacrifice. It is shared only by the middle and working class. The wealth disparity in this country has never been greater in its history than now. And the wealth disparity in Connecticut is greater than anywhere in the U.S. The super rich, especially the financiers and bankers, are funding what is happening in Wisconsin and 11 other states. It's no surprise the notorious billionaire Koch brothers have set up a lobbying office in Madison. Political leaders and their wealthy corporate benefactors need a target. They need a scapegoat. They need a distraction from the fact that it is they who created the financial mess that created the enormous dislocation and suffering in the U.S. and globally. They need a distraction from the fact that they're richer now than they were before they in the Bush administration crashed the economy. Sisters and brothers, citizens, never forget workers rise or fall together. are only trying to divide and destroy the middle class. And they will not succeed because we all live and we all fight for Wisconsin and we're not leaving.
Thank you, Sal, for that inspirational speech. I just wanted to mention back in the labor movement, there was a song we always sang, and I want to mention it to you. Oh, you can't scare me.